Drinks carrying the deposit mark for the Beverage Container Return Scheme, or BCRS, were hard to find on launch day. Retailers say more batches could appear in the coming days once existing non-compliant stock is cleared. Under the scheme, consumers will have to pay an additional refundable 10 cents. Claudia reports.
You might not notice many BCRS-labelled cans and bottles in stores just yet, even as the scheme kicked in on the 1st of April. That's because many producers, both large and small, are still clearing stock from the recent festive period. One analyst says they could also be taking their time to ensure the transition goes without a hitch.
You need to have new barcodes, you need to have trials, you need to have approval, and all this is not something that's trivial. It's something new. Everybody has to ride this learning curve. And I think it's very important that they plan this switch over effectively so that there's no wastage, there's no write-off, there's no stock out.
Having only BCRS-compliant drinks on shelves is expected to reduce confusion for consumers, as products without the label would otherwise appear cheaper. For smaller producers, many of whom rely on overseas suppliers, the timeline could look quite different. One craft beer importer says delaying the transition closer to the September deadline could actually work in their favour.
Under the small producer scheme that we are given, instead of given the full year allotment of 50,000 stickers, we are only given 25,000 stickers for this year. Unfortunately, this means that if we run out of those stickers, we don't have an avenue to sell any more packaged goods.
Still, there could be advantages to moving early. Prof Low says early adopters can better understand how consumers respond and adjust strategies accordingly, although some may be more cautious about revealing exactly when their products will be available.
It's not a code and dagger exercise, but basically it's also dependent on the uncertainty of consumer behavior, the consumer response. So this will, allow them to come up with more definitive dates. And of course, there's also a reputational risk if they set up a date and then they could not fulfill due to operational and technical reasons.
And while many businesses are dealing with the challenge of clearing existing stock, Prof Low adds that another pressure is emerging. Ongoing tensions in Iran could push costs up further with higher aluminium and transport prices.
And as the reverse vending machines collected their first containers in areas such as Bukit Merah and Novena, the National Environment Agency and BCRS say more outreach efforts will be conducted on the use of the scheme till October. Rachel Teng reports.
On the first day of operations, I've managed to find 3 reverse vending machines within 5 to 10 minutes walk of each other using the Return Right website.
Now this machine here at the Ang Mo Kio HDB looks ready to take in bottles and cans, but I can't use it yet. And that's because none on the market currently have the right deposit mark and barcodes. The BCRS team says it's a slow rollout, but all eligible cans and bottles should have the right labels by this October. Now let's see what happens when we put a bottle without the right barcode into the machine. It's rejected, and it says the container is not eligible.
Every machine is also equipped with a CCTV to monitor fraud or damage. While the machines are ready, some residents may not be.
The elderly, maybe the logo is very small or the can is too small, then they can't really see properly. I just hope that the logo will be slightly bigger, and easily detectable.
But sometimes, like your age catching up, that we didn't pay attention on it, then, people will charge you extra 10 cents, but it's not recycling at all.
The BCRS team says there's help for such residents. There'll be roving roadshows at selected heartland and mall supermarkets, including this one in Ang Mo Kio this morning. Efforts to improve awareness will last till October. Flyers are also given out in all 4 main languages. BCRS Limited says there will also be an ambassador stationed at selected places and times to help people with their first returns. Some active aging centres will also have workshops for seniors.